Nice view. It's a nice view. Traffic was shit today. I hate going to the city. So I finally made an investment. I guess not really an investment. I actually decided to finally get an SSD for my computer. And it's mainly because the VR games are very data oriented, is that the word? So loading takes forever. Actually all games now, like modern games, they just take forever. Modern from like maybe Grand Theft Auto 5 and up. So, like, really any game of this decade, I would say, yeah. Because Grand Theft Auto 5 is like, what, 5 years old? Something like that, 6 years maybe? No, actually older than that. Yeah, it's older than that. It can't be 10 years, no. It's probably like 7 or 8. Something close to a decade, but the games within this decade that just take too long to load. I mean, right now I'm working with the Western Digital Green, which I bought for securing my storage. So I bought a 2 terabyte. It's not bad, I like it, but it's just slow on games. So I specifically bought an SSD just specifically for games because the load, I mean, it takes like 5 minutes maybe to load a damn game. It sucks. But once it's loaded, it works good. I mean, my whole computer is great. I mean, it's a little dated, but I got pretty good dated hardware. I got a quad-core 3.8 or 3.9 gigahertz. That's great. And I think 16 gigs of RAM. I mean, it's DDR3, I think. So not the newest, but whatever. And a GTX 1070 OC overclock Asus. So it's not a bad computer. It's just the hard drive on games. So I bought I'm actually experimenting. I just bought a Chinese one. I bought the, what is it called? King Jun. I guess that's how you say it, supposedly. King Jun. But it looks like King Dian, or Dian, so it's different. It's Chinese. I'm not really too concerned about if it's shitty, or if I lose data. If it's shitty, then I'll get refunded. But I'm not concerned about data loss because I'm only going to be putting the games on there. So I bought a 1 terabyte just for games. I figure I could fit like, how many games would that fit? Just saying, maybe the typical game is maybe 50 to 60 gigabytes each, which is high compared to the last generation of games. Even actually some of the games from, it's not that long ago, but it's expensive now. I mean, not expensive, but big files. They're big files now. Let's check out Goodwill. This one always has the best shit. Anyway, there's nothing in Goodwill. Usually there's some shit, but I didn't find anything this time. I did find a plasma ball, so that was kind of cool. I'm kind of cheap. When I go to Goodwill, I like to usually only get the shit when it's on sale, like the tag color or whatever. Yeah, so the SSD, I'm thinking 1 terabyte should be fine, and that should hold by how many, 60 gigs each. I mean, I was fine, and there is also like a threshold on SSDs also. So if you go over, I think 75% of it, or maybe 80, if you're around 80% used of the SSD, then it slows down dramatically. So kept that in mind, and so I'm only gonna probably hold like maybe like 8 games, something like that. I don't even play that much anyway, like a variety. I have a variety, but I don't really play all of them. So I'll just transfer them as I'm playing them at that time. I bought some and I haven't even downloaded them from Steam. Luckily Steam has that easy transfer. Kind of annoyed with Bethesda. hand signal them. Maybe my bike's too old for him. I treasure history. I prefer 80s bikes, like I always say. And this is a 90s bike. I don't mind it. I like it. I don't really like the newer bikes. I mean, I do like how they're like fuel injected and everything. I just don't like the look. So yeah, the VR games, really any new game, the VR games take forever to load. Mainly Fallout 4 VR, and that shit's just pissing me off. I walk like maybe, I run, but I can't really run too fast, or the thing doesn't have enough time to load. But I think it's also because the games are higher resolution because it's 360 view. So it's kind of like you're loading maybe 4 games at once, or probably 2 screens worth, maybe 3. It smells good. I don't know what I'm smelling. Damn, this traffic is shit.